time no talk. So it's been a couple days. It is the end of the day on the 28th. Yes. It's about 9:30. I got home from the conference. Probably noticed I've caught a cold. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I started noticing it yesterday. I had just a really scratchy throat, but I thought, I was hoping that it was just from being dehydrated or something. But throughout today, I've gotten increasingly more congested. So now I'm trying to drink all the water. I also stopped. I got some one juice water, raspberry and apple. No added sugar, so that's good. I'm assuming it's just the sugar from the juices. Yeah, so I might try to go to Waitrose tomorrow and find a few more of these. I got this from the little cafe downstairs. I also have Kent crisps and sea salt for dinner. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm struggling to get my train of thought for this part of the video and get into a rhythm with the vlogs. But the conference just really kind of threw things for a loop. Yes, I definitely couldn't film anything. So I have like next to no footage for the last couple days. So day one, you'll have seen there were a couple clips, but for the most part, I was so nervous when I woke up on Friday. I couldn't eat. I was just a wreck. So I had some peppermint tea and I tried to have a couple bites of a granola bar. But I think between waking up at 6-ish, between 6 and 1 when lunch was served, I think all I had was a half of a granola bar. So that wasn't good. So I got to the conference venue in plenty of time. So that made me feel a little bit better, but I was still just so nervous about my presentation. The first panel was epic. It was 3 curators from the historic royal palaces, including Lucy Worsley, who's the chief curator. She's also a presenter for the BBC and has done a number of incredible documentaries. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal, at least for me. But their research was just so fascinating. So it was 3 different projects, or 3 different presentations on Queen Victoria. And 2 of the projects were connected. They're just different aspects of the same project. So it was really, really cool. All the panels were a blur, but they were amazing. There were just so many incredible presentations and really spanning fashion history and topics within fashion studies. I mean, it was so cool, and everyone was coming from really amazing places and backgrounds. So, I mean, it's just to be surrounded by so many amazing people who do such amazing work was just so cool. My presentation, which I'm sure is what you guys are wondering about, went really well. I was in the upstairs room, which was the smaller of the 2, but it was packed. I think there were probably at least 30 people, and then a few extra. I think that was seating, because I think that room sat 30, and then there were a few people standing in the room that was adjacent. It was standing room only for our panel, which was amazing. And my 2 co-panelists had really great papers. One was on costume designers exiled to Mexico, and the other was on cosplay, the cosplay community here in the UK. So that was really cool. And everyone was just so nice. And there were a few people who mentioned that they were specifically there to see my paper, which was really cool. I feel like I spoke a bit fast, and I definitely flubbed my words a couple times. And there was one section on the second to last slide that afterwards I'm like, oh, I didn't talk about this. But that's okay, because everyone seemed to really like it. And a few people came up to me afterwards and asked me more questions. Well, during the Q&A as well, they asked some really great questions that were just amazing. And also, I had really good answers to them, so that made me feel like really smart. And then I made a few jokes and they laughed at my jokes. And so that was good. Because they kept asking me, have you considered this person or this person or this person? Like, why did you choose these four? Because the paper was on just Michelle and Catherine, but I mentioned that it's part of the dissertation that I'm looking at Jackie and Diana as well. And so people were asking, like, why did you pick those four? Why aren't you looking at some of these other people? And I said, there's a million people, well, not a million, but there's like at least a dozen women throughout history that I could do. Like if I were tracing the full history, like I'd have Marie Antoinette in there, and I'd have a couple other first ladies in there. Like I'd probably mention Dolly Madison, and one of the women there was like, oh, you know, why start with Jackie? Why not Mamie Eisenhower? And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my head, because no one really talks about Mamie Eisenhower, but everyone still talks about Jackie. So, but like I'd also include Queen Elizabeth the first and the second. So like I could include a lot, but I was joking with them that my dissertation advisor is making me narrow it down. And everyone laughed at that, so that was good. But then I was also joking with them. I'm like, but these are really good ideas, and I could easily write a book about each one of them. So thank you for setting me up for my entire career. So they laughed at that too. Because someone mentioned Hillary Clinton, and I'm like, I could write a whole book just about Hillary Clinton. As her as a first lady, her as a senator, and her as a presidential candidate. Like, she would not fit in this project. I got lots of great questions and lots of great feedback, and then after the Q&A broke up and everyone was kind of moving to the next presentations, a few people came up and talked to me individually, which was really great. So day one was great. After the conference was done for the day yesterday, a group of us, a large group, there were like 40 of us, went to a nearby restaurant, Italian restaurant, for dinner. So that was really good. Today, this is taking forever. I'm sorry for rambling. So today, woke up feeling sicker with this cold that I'm getting, but feeling a lot better about the conference. Like my presentation was done. I wasn't nervous anymore. It was just go and enjoy the last day. So I left a little bit later, but I still got there early before the first presentation. Ran into some of the people that I'd met yesterday. I've met a lot of Americans. Like a lot of Americans who've traveled over, but then a lot of Americans who are living and studying here, and I'm so jealous. Sat through more presentations. It was a long day, but it was really good. Chatted with a lot of people, did a lot of mingling and a little bit of networking, and got some cards from other people and gave them my cards, and it was really great. I was definitely among my people. It was really, really nice. I left there at 6:30-ish, a little bit before, but there was something going on that I wanted to try to attend tonight. So St. Paul's Cathedral was open late tonight. So, and they were allowing photography. I had to go because normally they don't allow photography. So I raced over there, and I was absolutely exhausted and ready to drop. And I didn't have the energy to walk up to the Whispering Gallery to take pictures from above, but I took a bunch of pictures from the cathedral floor and then took some down in the crypt. And then at like 8 was like, I have to get back to the hotel. I am going to collapse. And I could feel the congestion getting worse. So that's where we're at. I've had a great day. I'm absolutely exhausted, but it was so worth it. I'm going to sleep in a bit tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I will do something. I will go out. I will vlog something. But if I'm getting sick, I feel like I need to rest and pace myself a little bit. So I'm sorry. I feel like there was all this excitement and build up, and now the first few days are just kind of boring. Sorry. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm talking too much. But I will vlog what I can when I can and try to make these a little bit more entertaining than they have been. I hope you enjoyed the little bits that I did vlog at the beginning of this vlog, And I hope you liked the rambly catch up of how things went for the conference. And yeah, I will see you all soon in the next vlog. I'm gonna go eat my crisps and finish my juice water. Okay, bye bye, guys.